Hey, how's it going? I'm really excited to be able to share with you that I'm developing a resource that will help out people you know who have trouble with memory, focus, and engagement. So what happened was a teacher came up to me the other day and she asked me to suggest some games for some children that she knew had problems with working memory. So me being Neurotype extra, I thought, no, you don't want games. You want a 12-week intervention program for working memory. That's what you want. So I've started making it. I want it to be something that anybody can pick up and work with. I want it to be neuro-friendly because, let's face it, a lot of the people who have problems with executive functioning and working memory are usually autistic or have ADHD or dyslexia. I need it to be based on research, and I want the strategies that kids are developing to be able to be dropped into the mainstream classroom. So it's not just a pull-out thing and we're working on a skill and the kids don't ever get to consolidate what they're learning in the class. So I'm really pleased to be able to work with teachers who are willing to drop these gems throughout their day. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing the things that came up while I was researching with memory, focus, and engagement. So let's look at working memory first. Working memory is the brain's temporary working space. It's more than like a post-it. It's also where we manipulate the information and pull it all together so that things can happen. Kind of like an orchestra conductor bringing all the separate things in to make a piece of music. What's the word I'm looking for? Symphony, to make a symphony. But unfortunately, a lot of our students, their working memory is like a bucket with a hole in it. If it's overloaded, they can lose track of everything they were doing, and being able to manipulate a lot of information at once can be really overwhelming. So these students have trouble initiating, maintaining, or completing a task. So let's look at some strategies to help out and how they link to different neurotypes. Before I even start with this, I usually check in with the child to see what strategies they're already using. They may not articulate it in a particular way. You may observe what they're doing and say, hey, what helps you when you're trying to remember something? Do you want to draw a picture of it? Do you want to take a photo in your head of information? Or do you like to say it? They may not be aware of what they're doing. If they don't know yet, you can help them find out as you try different strategies. So here's an auditory memory strategy. The kids and I are calling it say it back. This is where the kids repeat something aloud or silently, probably aloud at first, before they act. This works well for students who maybe are ADHD learners. So for example, you might say, go and get your pencil. Say it back, go and get your pencil. And they can repeat it as they go on. Or you can add two-step instructions once that muscle is being exercised. Go and get your pencil and your book. Go and get your pencil and your book and sit over there. So this works not only with instructions, but with things they're trying to remember. I know that if I say to myself, cell phone's in the front pocket of your bag, I'm more likely to remember it because I said it out loud. Cell phone's in the front pocket of your bag, and then I'll put it in my bag. Then there's the visual strategies. This is when you use pictures or icons to support memory, especially for students who have a strong visual component to their thinking. A lot of autistic learners are like this. And because visual information doesn't disappear like auditory information does, it stays more concrete and it's more followable. So this can take the form of visual timetables, or you can also just say to somebody, take a picture of that with your head, then remove the things and say, what was in the photo? This worked very well for a young learner I had who used to memorize whole words. It's just the way he learned. I would sometimes point out a salient word to him and say, take a photo of that. And then later on, sometimes weeks later, I'd say, do you remember the photo you took of the word whatever? How do you write it? And it was right there. Then we can look at chunking strategies. This is when you break information into small, meaningful steps. This supports students who have executive functioning difficulties or different processing. This can help people's remembering where you put like things together so they don't remember one thing, they remember a set of things within that group. Some people chunk numbers like this when they're remembering phone numbers, and then they turn it into visual by writing it down. If you think about it, we chunk it, we say it, and then we write it down. You couldn't possibly forget it, could you? You got three things going on at once. And then there's some environmental supports. This is when you do things like giving people preferential seating, giving them time to process, and giving them time to practice. Now, where's that bit where it just fits in less than a minute? It's like the teacher aide or whoever's implementing this is able to say to the teacher, we worked on say it back this session, so let's just keep on doing it every time we give them an instruction. The whole class is now practicing it. The other thing with this resource that I'm developing, I've made sure that I've got curriculum practice in there as well. Something like write your name, then draw a picture. So even a few minutes using one of these strategies during literacy or maths can make a real difference. If you've got any comments, or if you've got anything further you want to add, or you want me to contact you with the resource, just email me at heyroomb@gmail.com. Will you be able to remember that? Catch ya, have a good one.